weren't quite 8-2, 8-1, 8-0 that I predicted. We got the win. I ain't going to sit here and lie. It was an awful performance from us. We should have absolutely battered you. But we still got the win.
Yeah, but we played a better side. We were better. You look at the team that we put out, I'm proud of them. Yeah. I've said so many times, and I said it to Robbie earlier on, the amount of times we've lost games and I've gone mad because there's just been nothing there, no performance. If you put 100% in and you still lose, you can't ask for no more than that. And today we put 100% in. We had no Ozil, no Ramsey, no Wilshere, no centre-backs. We had a boy that has never played in England before, and I thought he had Lukaku in his pocket until Lukaku went off. Maitland-Niles had Pogba in his pocket. Simple facts that we played really well today, and we did deserve it. Overall, chances created, probably a draw on fair reflection. But I'm proud of the team today. I thought Mkhitaryan was really good. And I'll tell you something, it's proved my point to you, what I said to you.
You said you got the better... You got
we got the better deal. The better deal, and I believe we did.
The jury's out. I think in the end, I would like to think Sanchez is going to hit some heights, if I'm being honest. But at the moment, fair play to Mkhitaryan, he didn't celebrate. But Sanchez ain't really been doing it for us. And are you lot happy with Mkhitaryan on your side?
Yeah, I'm really happy with him, and he's put himself in contention for Thursday night, big time, because he gives us that threat of a goal. It's 6 assists, 3 goals since he's joined us for Man United in about 8-9 games. You can't ask for no more than that. When you think what we signed from you was a player that was low in confidence, that looked fragile.
The jury was out on him in this league.
Yeah, but it just shows that maybe what he wanted all along was an attacking style. And, you know, some players just don't suit certain styles, and he obviously doesn't suit the Mourinho style. And at the end of the day, I come away from here and I've got renewed optimism because I know that I haven't got to put up with Arsene Wenger next year, right? So it's none of this, you can't sit there and say to me, oh, well, we're going to go through this again next year, DT. We're going to have this same conversation. We might do under a new manager. We might do. But we've got renewed optimism. We're not, you know, we're looking at a new manager, new players. And if he gets it right, we've got a basis there.
Are you worried that you could go through what we're... To be fair, it's our transition thing. We still managed to win things in that transition, but we've pumped a lot of money in. Obviously, you guys won't spend that kind of money because that's not your structure. But are you worried that you could go through what we went through and a point wrong and then be awful and struggle, lose your identity, all of the above?
Do you know what? I said this to you the other day. We could appoint Pep Guardiola and it might not work. So Pep's the best manager in the world right now. But it might not work with us. It might... You know what I mean? So whoever you bring in is a gamble and it's a risk. But I would rather take that risk than put up with another year of Arsene Wenger. So I'm like I said, I'm optimistic about the future, man. And I'd be more worried if I was a Man United fan. Seriously.
Our fan base is split. It is. I speak to fans every week, and it is split between with whether they want Mourinho to push on and do it or not.
Do you know what I noticed today, right? I've been coming to Man United to watch Arsenal since the early 90s. I was here in 91 in the original Battle of Old Trafford when we was both deducted points and everything. And when I used to come here to watch Arsenal play from minute 1 to 90, I was shitting myself. I felt like I could not relax for 1 second. I sat there today and I was like, this is easy. Second half especially, you did nothing to us.
You were not the only team to come. I could label a whole bunch of draws we've had here. With Brighton, Burnley, obviously West Brom. You know, I can go through.
Do you know what I noticed is that there was a moment when Valencia had a shot with 10 minutes to go that went into Stretford End, and all of a sudden, everyone got up to leave. And I was sitting there going, hold on a minute, it's 1-1. You could still win the game. Why is and it weren't 1 or 2. We were singing Is It a Fire Drill because it was that many. I've never seen that in my life at Old Trafford. And then you could hear the groans and the moans and, you know, and the fact that we started bantering you back by singing Mourinho, we want you to stay.
And then we get the Fergie time winner. You know, that made you lot sit down there.
You know, and yeah, it makes me sick that you snatched it. But at the end of the day, it showed Mourinho looked at that point and went, we can't play football through this lot. We can't.
You had to bring on Fellaini, who a lot of fans want gone as well.
You had to bring on Fellaini, go route one. Yeah. The only player in your side today that made me on edge, Martial. If you let him go, you're fucking idiots.
You're not the only. Listen, that's go through a lot of Man United fans. If I'm honest, though, I have to bring it back a little bit. I would rather be in our position than yours, if I'm honest. But I think you've got so many things wrong. We've got our problems. Yeah. I know that. But in terms of being a Man United fan, I know you said you'd rather obviously be in your. I just think whichever manager comes into you guys, he's got a massive
Yeah, of
task
course.
because you've got players there who are seasoned internationals who are awful. I mean, you say like they weren't playing today, like Mustafi, Koscielny. It's probably a good thing for you they weren't playing because they've been so poor.
It could have been, and you know,
If
like
they played, we probably would have battered you.
yeah, maybe, but you know, at the end of the day, I look at it and I think that there's a few players there today that knocked on the door for Thursday night. I don't think that they will start, but I think they may have make Arsenal maybe have a little think. I think the one that has knocked on the door the most and maybe in contention is Mkhitaryan over Welbeck. And I said to Robbie, I would start Mkhitaryan because he offers that bit of clinicalness in front of goal, where I think that Welbeck, he rushes everything, panics. You know, Welbeck had a chance against Fletico in the first half, and it was very Henry-like, you know,
Scored
where he
that.
opens his body,
he should have scored.
but it was Welbeck.
That's what it is with Welbeck. He doesn't have that
exactly.
that esque, does he?
Clinicalness.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel Mkhitaryan would have buried that. Great goal today, and he's the one that I feel has really put himself in contention. Mavropanos, although he done so well today, he isn't going to put him ahead of the other two clowns on Thursday.
And they could lose you the game.
And Maitland-Niles, man, he was superb in there today. And it's just, like I said, look, when you look at it in the cold light of day, we've both got problems. But we're addressing ours now.
That's what I did say. Said it to Troops. I think the problem with you guys is you just refuse to address what's really going on. But now you've actually tried it. All right. Just before you go, next season, obviously it's hard. There's not been any buys, any summer recruitments. We know that. But are we going to be still way ahead of you?
It depends.
Little man saying no.
Yeah, I taught him well. It depends who we get in as the manager and the players. First season, I'll be happy with top 4. I don't care who we finish behind if we get in the top 4. And if I can be really greedy and throw in a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup, then it would be an unbelievable first season. You look at the first season under Pep Guardiola. It was a full transitional period. You have to allow that transitional period. Every now and then you get the exception like Antonio Conte, where he came straight in and won Chelsea the league. But I feel that Chelsea had the basis of a great side anyway, but something went wrong the year before with Mourinho. So, yeah, top 4 for me. I don't care who we finish behind, and then we build from that. But we'll wait and see. I look forward to the banter and the jokes next season, man.
I'd like to say it's been a pleasure, but it hasn't. I don't really like seeing you. Don't really like seeing you.
I'll race you back to London, you prick.
Give me a lift. That lift I was on about when we beat you, still got it because I've run out of petrol.
Nah.